Freestyle the news!
Oh my God, he's back. Who died? Motherfuckers eating off of 2 lines, clicking off a bait and never check to see if who lies. Shots fired, you ain't had the bars till you do time. Everybody swinging till swimming up for a new fight. Fuck off, riverboat brawl, put the chair on him. What you mean you tryna do it for the law, Thomas? You been getting gifts worth about like 3 commas, swiping more money than a 1989 concert. I'm sorry if you think you in it, but you not, gal. Watching wildfires hit Maui instead of SoCal. Hurricane winds, what tragedy is it burns down. Casualties with smoke on everything in your small town. Can't breathe, I'm getting too old for this shit like I was Feinstein. You getting 10 years for shooting out of your rhyme scheme, while Trump be looking at charges after a bad speech, saying Fanny fucking a gangster for the court meet. Damn, fuck all your passwords, get you a brand new plan, so we get money that all the rioters can. Why do so many just want the union stamp like it backfired? Y'all tired? Motherfuckers debating about the reactions, all the screaming while they stealing like a skinny bitch asshole. Yeah, I'm double vaccinated, so I'm probably a magnet. Got COVID after Evo, blend the law of attraction. What the fuck is you asking? You ain't checking the story. Lil Tay died, everybody out here reporting until she's still alive. Who the fuck is informing? Little girl getting abused, I guess it's looking too boring here for your headlines. Body rich pussies like I'm Klein, they killing more kids with bands saying pro-life. Fuck around and find out, all they got is money worth. Legacy indefinite like when they finish Spider-Verse. Ooh, too soon. Did you miss me? Aw, I missed you too. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching Freestyle the News. If you like what you heard, please carefully swap out that like button for a bag of sand with identical weight, just so you don't trigger the giant ball trap. Oh my God, you triggered it? You better fucking run now, Indiana. Real quickly, I want to tell you where I've been. It's been a couple of weeks, but I want to inform everybody on what's been going on. If you don't know, the reason I've been absent these last couple of weeks is because of Evo. I did the Evo album again this year. Evo is the biggest fighting game tournament in the world, and last year I was in charge of doing all of the music for it and creating these like small intros to every finals for every game. We compiled that into an album and it did really well last year, so we did that again this year, and holy crap, it was insane. So first off, the song that I'm on, Run Back City, had 12,000 people stand up in the arena and fucking just get hype. Then the album charted on iTunes. It reached #1 in Canada, #4 in Mexico, #11 in the United States. The streaming numbers are crazy. There was this whole debate about reggaeton on Twitter, because Twitter is a fucking hell space where nobody understands each other. And just overall, it's been an insane experience. And the whole weekend, I was just stressed out because I didn't even know if we were gonna get the album up on Spotify in time, because DistroKid was just not cooperating with us the whole time. And it's doing amazing, so thank you for everybody who's listened. Thank you everybody who's a fan of Freestyle the News who had patience during that whole time. I know like it sucks, like a lot of shit happened and your favorite rapper ain't here to just talk shit on it. But I'm back here. Y'all are my it's all about you now, baby. Don't worry about it, I got you. And we're ready to break all this shit down, so let's get into it. And our first topic, I don't know how we don't talk about the Lil Tay Death Hoax. If you briefly had a hiatus in the Shadow Realm, by the way, Mokuba, I hope you're doing well. Kaiba was looking for you. Then you might not know about Lil Tay. Lil Tay was a young influencer. She's probably around like 9 years old at the time, who just flexed. Like, she has so much fucking money everywhere all the time. She's like, yo, I could buy your auntie's house. I could buy your mom's house. She's the type of person that xQc would text his watch to, and she'd just be like, that's a fucking broke ass watch. But she was a giant internet personality because she was so young and she was flexing all this fucking money, talking about like success and all this shit, and like to a lot of people very clearly like somebody's pulling strings, but most people long for the ride. Well, it was reported earlier this week on an Instagram post that Lil Tay Claire had passed away, along with her brother, just seemingly out of the blue had just passed away. People were completely bewildered, heartbroken, like, oh my God, she died so young. What the fuck is going on? She'd be 14 right now. What happened? All the speculation happened. Like, did the parents do something crazy? Like, why are we just learning that her brother died too? Until the media outlets, you know, check their sources and realize, oh, actually, she's alive. In fact, her Instagram account was hacked to say that, hey, she's died and she experienced a ton of trauma from this whole experience. She doesn't even go by Claire. She goes by Tay Tian. And through all of this, she says the events were traumatic and they put a lot of stress on her. Look, a lot has been actually talked about this story, and Philly D has a great breakdown on it. But I want to kind of talk about the media literacy angle of all this, because I just want to make it clear, anybody could have checked this before they just randomly reported the Instagram post. And this seems like a fucking pattern. Jamie Foxx had the same fucking issue earlier this year. There are steps to verifying stories like this, especially sensitive ones about children, about death, about illness, that seem to have gone out the fucking window to just see who can report who died the quickest, so they can get all the RIPs and all the QRTs, blah, 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 blah. And meanwhile, that hurts the families like Jamie Foxx's family. That hurts the families like Lil Tay's family. And while we're talking about that, there was suspicion a couple years ago that Tate had some abusive parents, that there was some problems going on in the household. There was a giant custody battle. At one point, her entire Instagram was scrubbed, and there was a message that just said, "Help me," that was put up. And it is not an uncommon story for somebody who is that young to be manipulated by their parents in a public setting for clicks, likes, and social media clout. Remember Honey Boo Boo? Oh, remember Honey Boo Boo. We were all on that train, hate watching, giving that person so much shit. Remember Britney Spears? This is a common fucking story. I was actually talking to my former producer on PDS about this, and he was saying like, hey, listen, when we report on this story, we have to use allegedly both on the death posts and on the alive posts, because we don't know. We have not confirmed it or verified it. And the fact that people didn't verify it is a huge blind spot in this industry, and I think it should be a wake-up call at this point, because it's happened twice this year. Who knew what Jamie Foxx was going through at the time? Who knew if the reporting on that made everything worse or everything more complicated for him getting the help that he needs? I still don't know 100% what's going on with Lil Tay, but I do think that the ecosystem we have with Twitter, with even threads of, okay, we got to get this name trending so everybody can give their RIPs and thoughts and prayers, and we can have a whole sad day, is a little obscene, especially when dealing with children. And it's gotten out of hand, man. I mean, how many times have we seen that Denzel Washington meme of him just going when we think somebody's died? I don't know, man. I'm being redundant, but there's a human face to all this, and I really do hope Lil Tay is okay. You know, she's alive, but I hope that also she's not in a problematic situation like we may think. And I would hope the media does a better fucking job when all of this shit happens to, you know, make a fucking call or two, especially in the age of fake news. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. All right, now on to a couple of quickies, but before I do that, I just also want to remind everybody, I posted a behind the scenes video of Freestyle the News a couple of days ago. Great in-depth look as to how I get all this kind of stuff together. I want to give a shout out to Fourthwall for sponsoring that. If you don't know, Fourthwall, a great fucking service for getting your merch out, being kind of a one-stop shop for you to have memberships and kind of build your own kind of esteem as a creator. I really do believe in them. Literally, when migrating from Phil's channel to here, Fourthwall was instrumental in making sure that we had a setup here so that, you know, we can make this channel sustainable, and it's worked out pretty well so far. We got a link below if you're a creator in case you want to try some of your own merch. You get $10 off the first sample. Absolutely worth it. All right, but let's move on to the next story. But last story I want to talk about is obviously the devastating Maui wildfires. This is fucking awful. Maui is going through some devastating wildfires, destroying towns, trapping people. The death toll has risen to 89, which makes it the deadliest wildfire in the US within 100 years. And guys, this is devastating. If you look at any of the footage, it's absolutely heartbreaking. Front Street is completely decimated. People have lost their businesses that have been there for decades. People have lost their homes, their loved ones. Only 2 people out of the 89 have been identified. And the worst part about this is, look, the state is not equipped to deal with this kind of issue. It has not had this problem. So a lot of that infrastructure is not built to fight wildfires. So all of a sudden, we have this whole mobilization of trying to figure out how to get this thing quashed. They mobilized the National Guard. They're launching an investigation to how this happened. But a lot of people feel it's because of Hurricane Dora. Hurricane Dora's winds just making the fire a lot worse, just exacerbating all of those issues. And honestly, Governor Josh Green is saying there are going to be more casualties. That's fucking awful. There's water and power issues. Residents in Upper Kula and Lahaina have been told, do not drink tap water, drink only bottled water. And many people are without power as smoke rises up, as fires come for it's fucking awful. And look, as somebody from a state with wildfires where it can get kind of scary, it's never got, I'll be honest, it's not gotten this scary, because this feels like some of the damage is irreversible. It's gonna reportedly cost billions of dollars, billions, to rebuild all of this. And it's honestly horrifying. So please, through all of the kind of like smoke and mirrors and all the craziness that's going on this week, if you have some time, I'm gonna leave a link below for you to donate to some of these victims and try to get some relief to them, because they need whatever help they can get. This is honestly a horrifying, it's the worst natural disaster Hawaii has experienced since 1959. I'm gonna personally be donating. If anything you guys can do, I would appreciate it. Yeah, man, they need the help. They need it. Oh yeah, so that's gonna do it for us today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please donate. Please also check out the behind the scenes video we did. I promise you it's worth it if you want to get into content creation. Please check out Impact, our new Evo album, and the Run Back City. Oh my god, it was one of my favorite things I've ever done. I'm really excited for you guys to hear it. And I just want everybody to know I really appreciate you all still rocking with me. And we're gonna keep it going. My name is Tabani. I'll see y'all next week. Let's go!